Can you imagine your life where money is your friend, working with you to achieve all your dreams and desires? If you struggle seeing money as your friend, then join Kathy Cook Noble, financial advisor and educator on understanding how your money can work for you. It is possible. Now, here is Financially Speaking with Kathy Cook Noble.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Financially Speaking. I am your guest host today, Karen Cook, and I am filling in for Kathy Cook Noble, who will be back next week. So today we're talking about the cost of entertaining ourselves. So what is the cost of going out and entertaining ourselves, or even staying in? Because let's face it, it costs money, doesn't it? Do you know what's involved with the cost for entertainment? So let's talk about that today and make sure that we know the costs involved for entertaining ourselves, and maybe how we can cut some corners or do some fun things that might not cost money or even a little bit of money, or how we can save money or make money while we're having fun. Okay? So let's talk about how we entertain ourselves. What are some ways that we get our entertainment? Well, you might stay home. What are you going to do if you stay home? You're going to watch TV. Well, you're going to need cable or satellite, or maybe you have an Android box. Well, you're going to need internet. Maybe you want to watch a lot of movies. You don't have internet, or you don't have an Android box, so you might not like what's on TV. So you might Netflix. That's pretty popular, right? Or some other program. But that costs money, doesn't it? Maybe you might want to go to the movies. Oh, boy, that costs money. Maybe you might want to go out and dance, sing some karaoke. That's what I like to do. But I do have a karaoke machine in my house. Still costs money to turn the TV on, and I need hydro, right? Now, the machine doesn't cost me anything. It's old style, so I've got the DVDs. I know, some of you are going, what the heck is that? But yes, some of us have music that doesn't come from a cloud or an internet. So it still costs money. Maybe you want to go with your friends, sing some songs with your friends. Do some dancing. Show us your John Travolta moves. That may or may not cost money. Maybe it costs money to get into the venue. Maybe you might need a drink. Water. It's going to cost money. Whether it's alcohol or non-alcohol, it's going to cost money. A pop that you buy in a 12-pack, a lot cheaper than a pop you're going to buy at a store or a bar. Money. Maybe you want to go out for dinner. Maybe you want to bring dinner into your house. Still costs money. Or you're going to go out. Maybe you'll have a drink. You're going to drive there. It's going to cost money. Maybe you want to go to a concert or to the show, the opera. Maybe there's some sports enthusiasts out there. You like your sporting events, whether it's hockey, baseball, soccer, football, right? Maybe you need a vacation. A big vacation or a small vacation costs money. I'm about 2 hours from Toronto, big city. Lots to do. I could drive down there to a 2.5 hour drive, stay in a hotel, partake in that, go to a show, go to dinner, go to an event. It's going to cost money. So there's a lot of things that we do that cost us money. Even a business event, partake in the draws. You might want to have a drink, right? But business events can be lucrative as well. So I do participate in many business events, regardless if it costs me $5, $20. I'm going because I offer what businesses need. Ministry of Labor training, Occupational Health and Safety Board set up for the workplace, first aid and CPR. So I know that one job with one person will take care of that. But you want to keep track of that, right? So you want to make sure that you're not going to a business event. So say you join a group, it's social, it's fun, you're having a great time, and I've joined those groups. I've had a great time, met a lot of great people, and I have had fun doing it. It's cost me some money to join, not much, or it does. I go to the dinners, I go to the events, it might cost me $20, $40, I go. But am I making money back? Is it an event? Is it a business group that's productive? Or was it what you want it for? Maybe for the social, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not a business event. It's a social event. Maybe you like to pump up the volume, right? Pump the iron, right? And you don't want to do it in your home. I do work out in my home. As soon as I get the mat out and my little ball out to do my exercises, I have 3 dogs that think, oh, God, Mom's here to make out. And Mommy wants to play. They bring me toys. They give me kisses. They run in and around me when I'm doing my workout. They think it's fun, right? Mom's playing with us, so it's kind of tough. And if you have any toddlers or young children at home, kind of tough. They think you're playing. So you want to go to the gym. You want to join the Y. Costs money. Right? So there's a lot of ways that we entertain ourselves, and a lot of this costs money. Most of what I talked about costs money. Some fees, nominal fees, little bit of money. But sometimes we have to pay money. But there are ways that we can save money as we spend it. Right? So if you're in business, so my entrepreneurs out there, my business owners, our managers, the people that are doing all the schmoozing, we used to we still do take our clients or workers or supervisors, managers, employees out for dinner. Right? You do your schmoozing, or you thank somebody, even a volunteer, you might thank them, taking them to dinner. Well, we used to write those off, and some of the stuff we still can. But under the new tax laws, businesses can't deduct most entertainment expenses anymore. Since 2018, so last year, which you might not have known, because I didn't know until I did the research, the cost of entertainment expenses are pretty much no longer deductible. Under the old tax law, you could deduct 50% of those expenses. So when in doubt, check it out. Right? I mean, I suppose you could try and put it through, see what happens, but you might end up paying anyway. But it depends on what the entertainment is. A meal, you can still deduct 50%, maybe a gift card for draws or gifts or special occasions. But make sure you look at that when you're doing your taxes, whether it's Canada or it's the IRS. So make sure that you know if you can be able to put them in another category as well. So don't be afraid to call and ask. They're not your enemy, believe it or not. I know what the stigma is, but the Canada Revenue Agency and the IRS are not enemies. They'll answer questions. They're pretty decent. I've talked with the Canada Revenue Agency. Might be decent. Been to seminars with people that represent the company, and the last one I was at, he was fantastic, nice guy, got his card, so I got my contact. So make sure you check it out and deduct it on your taxes so you don't end up paying more a few months later that you might not have. So we might go out for dinner. That's the normal thing. We might go out a few times a month, maybe once a week, right? Whether it's a friend, a loved one, doesn't matter. Going out for a nice dinner can cost money. It could be around $50. So meal expenses could include food, beverages, taxes, tips, transport. If you are driving and you're going to drink alcohol, you can't drive your car. And if you do, shame on you. But if you do and you get caught and you blow over the limit, your car, you're not driving it home. You could lose your license. You could end up with a fine. You could end up with a record. You could have your car impounded. There's a fee. I don't know if it's $150 or $200. Oh, wait a minute. It's the police. I was a dispatcher for the OPP. It's about triple what you would pay just to have your car towed, because that's the fee you pay. So you might pay $500 to get your car back from being in an impound. Plus you're paying the fee every day it's there. Then you try and go to work the next day. I don't know about you, but I need my car to drive. I provide a service. Not everybody comes to my place to take that service. I have to go to businesses. I have to go to people that want me to train them. Now, what am I supposed to do? Call a cab? Lug all my stuff and take a cab home? Gee, Karen, why aren't you driving? My car's in the shop only is an excuse I can use a few times, right? Then people find out. You might lose the respect of your clients, your staff, potential clients. Your reputation's gone. You don't have a vehicle. You're spending more money to take a cab and you may not have a license. It might be suspended for I don't know how long, depends on the offense. You just can't lie about that for 3 to 6 months. So it's not so we take a cab home, still money. So your $50 meal could end up being $150 or $1,500, depending on how you choose to get home after drinking alcohol, right? But you can deduct 50% of business meals or entertainment expenses incurred while traveling away from home on business. So if you are in another city, country, you can claim those expenses. If you're away and you're eating alone or with expenses. So if you're going to a business meeting, so I live 2.5 hours away from Toronto. If I go to Toronto for business, I can keep that, but keep receipts, put the client's name on the back so that when it comes down to the tax agencies looking at that, you have everything there, okay? So when you're out and about doing your traveling, you can use standard meal allowances. So rather than itemize each and every expense incurred while on a business travel or entertaining clients, so it's known as daily meals and incidental expenses. So kind of where you're going and what you're going to spend before you get there, because sometimes it's so much for meals. I have my own business, but I just got involved, I guess, in politics, you could say, and I sit on the council for my ward in Elgin County. And if we are on business events, when we go to different seminars, should we choose to participate, we are given so much per meal. So if I'm given $10 for the allowance. So I pay for it. And if it's $12, I submit the receipt, they give me 10. If my lunch is 15, I spend 20, they give me 15. If my supper's 25, then 50 is the average, according to what I looked at, I get the 25. So know what you're going to be spending or have an idea so that you're not surprised when you don't get that back. Because businesses aren't going to say, hey, carte blanche, enjoy yourself. You might have 10 drinks. Well, today at $5, that's $50 in drinks. And you're not there to get drunk and embarrass the company or your own company. You're there to entertain, get the people, get new clients, bring in money. Okay? So a good way is to prepare ahead of time. And don't be afraid to take meals with you when you're going on road trips. I always pack sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, water, maybe a pop with a straw. So when I'm driving, it's easy for me to be able to handle that. I don't have to stop. And it's healthier, so I don't have to stop at these fat food places or fast food, whatever you want to call it, grab a burger and go, which burgers cost, holy crap, over $5 now. I can make 10 of them for $5 at my house. But no, I'm not going to eat a burger driving a car. My God, I'm wearing it. So prepare ahead of time. And maybe you might think, well, you know what? Might go out for dinner, then we'll go for a movie. Oh, my gosh. Movies can cost money, too. So depending on the age, you might pay a little bit less if you're a child, a little bit more if you're a senior, depending on what they consider a senior, 65. So you might pay on an average ticket night going out to you might pay $9 for a child. You might pay $13 for an average adult, but you might pay around $10.50 for a senior. So you might think there's got to be another way to do this where we can go cheaper, because you can't take in your own snacks, I don't think, to a theater. It's been a long time since I've gone and watched a movie because personally I just don't think it's worth it. Sitting in those seats, being cramped, listening to noise, putting up with crap, getting up, buying the popcorn, which is so delicious. Big pop, maybe some jujubes, and you've spent like $50, right? So Cineplex ticket prices, nights, might be Tuesdays when it's not so busy. Go on a Tuesday. I know that in the pop, I love my caffeine-free Diet Coke. I know I shouldn't. But sometimes when I read it or on my ginger ale, Diet Ginger Ale, I'll see where there's tickets in there. So I'll open it up because I do take a while to drink it. And I'll give it to somebody like my nieces, my nephew, my sister, so that they can utilize it because I'm not going. Right? I just can't stand to sit somewhere for 2 hours. So at home, it's easy. I can pause and go get a drink, go to the bathroom. I don't have to miss anything, right? So try that. Watch coupons. Get online. See if you can get some free tickets, coupons. Purchase them through those social media sites. Watch your product. If you're going to buy the product anyway, buy it if it's got the ticket on it. Don't buy the one that doesn't have it, so look around, right? There's lots of ways to save money. You might not be able to bring in your own food and drinks, but you might be able to get tickets or coupons to get them at a cheaper rate. And you know what the trick is with drinks? Always ask for no ice. Then you get a full glass of pop and maybe get another cup so you can share it, because with ice, you only got a third of a cup of drink. Okay, on that note, Let's go into our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some more of costs of entertaining ourselves and maybe ways that we can save some money as well. So you are listening to the Inspired Choices Network, Financially Speaking. I am your host, Karen Cook, and we'll be right back.
Too many of us get caught up in the unreal lives of reality television and complete to acquire stuff, which is setting us up to accumulate lots of debt. We're scared, confused, and don't know who to talk to. By tuning into Financially Speaking radio show with financial advisor and educator Kathy Cook Noble, you'll learn tips you can use to improve your financial health, which in turn can improve your overall health and make for a very happy life. Live a life you can afford and enjoy. It is possible. Listen for Financially Speaking radio show every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. This is Financially Speaking radio show with financial advisor and educator Kathy Cook Noble. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255. Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Kathy@bookkeepplus.ca. Now back to the program.
Welcome back to Financially Speaking. I am your guest host, Karen Cook, here on the Inspired Choices Network today, and we are discussing the cost of entertaining ourselves. So I talked a little earlier in the show about going out to a club, maybe to dance, maybe to sing, maybe to see a show. Going out on a night on the town with some friends, you may spend upwards of maybe $30 to $50 on your drinks. Now, you might not be drinking. Good for you. Yay, you could be the designated driver. Which I tend to drink a lot of water, which I miss a lot because I'm always in the bathroom. But anyway, so if you're going out for a night on the town, you're going to have some drinks. You know you're going to do it. You've got your driver or you've got your ride or whatever you've done. You might spend $50. So you're going to cab it there or take a vehicle. Well, that's going to cost money. And the meter starts about $3 to $4 depending on where you live to get in the cab. So when I was looking for a vehicle to drive 10 of us, when I called our cab company, the only thing I could find is they only carry 6. And we were going to go to an event in London, and we didn't drive because we might drink. Most of us were going to. So we would have needed 2 cabs. It was going to be $50 one way. So $100 per cab, $200. So $100 per cab for 6 people. There was 10 of us, so it would have been 5 in a cab. Nobody was too happy about that because that's cutting into your drinking money, and I understand that. So we ended up going here in town, which ended up being awesome anyway. But I think on average, everybody probably did spend $30 to $50. Then, of course, afterwards, when we were done having a good time, or when you're done, you might want something to eat. Lucky the place we were at served food, makes the best pizza in town, but it was fantastic. So we were able to do that. But sometimes people want Chinese food or McDonald's or one of your fast food places that are open. Subs used to be popular. And then there'd be the hot dog guy or the sausage guy across from where you were, so you grab one of those. So it's not just the cost of spending money, it's the cost of our health too, right? Because now you've had some drinks, now you're going to eat some food. It's not going to be good. So, and if you drink too much, what if you have to work the next day? Or what if you get up for church the next day? So you might have a hangover. And if you don't have any medicine or food in the house that you want, and I know after a hangover you really want your greasy foods, well, if you don't have that in the house, you're going to go order it, have it brought to you because you shouldn't be driving if you still might be drunk or have a hangover. More costs involved. And if you need medications such as your Tylenol or your headache pills or ginger ale or something to settle your stomach or you feel sick, Gravol costs money, right? So everybody goes out, everybody has a good time, everybody entertains themselves. So enjoy your night, but do it responsibly. So it doesn't cost you more than your night out normally would. And God forbid, please don't drive if you're drinking. As I said before the break, this can cost you everything. You could lose everything if you lose your license or get caught. And God forbid you're in a position where everybody's going to find out, or you have a position where if you depend on your license, you lose your job, or you work for the public or your city or your county, you're done. So be responsible. Nothing wrong with going out. Just do it responsibly. So other things to do during the day or even in the evening, maybe you like to go to a theme park. If you're in Florida, California, you've got Disney World, Disneyland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and Gatorland. There's all sorts of things. Or you might know we've got Canada's Wonderland. So that, again, got to drive there, so it costs money. So a theme park or maybe a circus or a fair, right? Many things that's going on. So you've got the cost of transportation, entrance into the event, food and drink, games. Some games still cost money, right? Especially at your fairs. Souvenirs. Everybody's got to have a souvenir. You know, you go to Disney World. I always say to everybody, don't buy the souvenirs. Go into the gift shops along the strips of the place you're going, and you can get everything. I just find it's a lot cheaper, right? But still, we still do it because that's what our kids, and that's what we want. So when you're going into these places, a lot of the time you can take your own stuff. Pack your snacks. Pack your bottles of water, your drinks, and your sandwiches, and your fruit, and your veggies. Pack all that stuff. Bring a change of clothes. Leave it in your car. Because if you go on any of the water rides, or you get dirty or wet, or you spill, or kids wet themselves, or drop crap down them, or fall in a mud puddle, God forbid, you're going to end up buying clothes. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be what you're going to buy outside of these places. You might pay triple. So bring a pair of clothes. You can always walk to your car. If there's a lot of you going, see if you can carpool and share expenses. And don't speed to get there. Take more time. The more RPMs you use, the more gas that you use, the more wear and tear on your car. So don't make it harder on your vehicle, right? Take your time and bring some food. You don't have to carry it all with you. Bring a cooler, put it in your trunk, put some ice or ice packs in there. I like to use ice packs because it's okay. Ice melts. It's still cold. Leave everything in there. But if you have sandwiches and stuff, make sure they're in your Ziploc bag so they don't get wet and soggy. Nothing like a soggy sandwich, right? Oh, that was the last time I had to pack a lunch. I'm like, didn't follow my own rule. I wrapped it in saran wrap, didn't put it in my little Ziploc bag. So I got to eat a wet sandwich for lunch. So on that note, let's keep on trucking. Vacations. Maybe you don't need a day at a theme park. You just need a vacation. They're expensive. People take them because we need them. We all need a vacation. So the average cost of vacation per person can run around $1,100 to about $1,500. So if you're traveling with your family of four, you're $5,000. Maybe. I'm a lot more than that for one. But shockingly, more than half of the amount of money that you're spending is probably due to taxes and fees. If you're flying, there's tax. Tax on the tickets. Tax on a hotel. Tax on a house you might rent. Tax on car rentals. Then you have resort fees. They could be up to $25 a day. If you're on a cruise or you have people bringing things to you like your food, or if you're at a hotel, you want to eat in, they're coming in to clean your room, you have to tip them. Well, you should. Right? So that's going to cost. Right? And you can say you clean your own room, but they're still going to come in and change your towels and fix things, bring you some new soap, things like that. So then you have to pay for the extra. You have your meals, you have everything else, your souvenirs, your drinks, your clothes, whatever you're going to buy. So when it's all said and done, your final price could be double than what you calculated per night or per person. So be prepared. Look ahead. If you can buy tickets to events, to themes, to restaurants, hotels, car rentals, airline tickets, make sure you can get the best deal possible. There are sites out there on the internet that guarantee the lowest price for hotels, for flying somewhere, for resort fees. Get that. And when I travel, I like to go to Florida. I drive. But when I get to Florida and I go into places, before I do that, I get all the discount little booklets that have the coupons. So this way I know I'm saving a few dollars every time I do something. Even if you go to play around mini putt or ride the what are they called? Go-karts, which, come on, I don't care what age you are, it's fun. I can save, a couple bucks every time I play. And I might play like a handful of times for the 2-3 weeks I'm there. So that saves me like $50. That's money used to spend on clothes, right? Because I like to do that. So when you're booking hotels, airlines, things like that, read the fine print. And don't click purchase online until you know the full cost of the ticket or hotel. Because in some cases, once you book, you can't get a refund. And God forbid something happens, you can't go. You might not even be able to transfer somebody else's name. Deaths are different, but I don't wish that upon anybody. You could get sick. Anything could happen. Someone else could die. You might have, but you're close to them, right? So make sure you know. And variables, do you drive or fly? This is expensive. Depends on how you're going and who's coming. I have dogs. They come. I'm not flying. They're not going in a crate. My God, my one would have a heart attack. The other one would eat through it. And the other one, well, he wouldn't care. But they're coming with me. I don't want to fly anywhere and have them on my site. They're too big. I can't book them a seat. Plus, I don't want to because I might as well walk at that point. So I drive, but then I have to look at the gas and the time and everything like that. Because if you're kind of on a vacation of 2 weeks, you want to make sure that you're not cutting into your vacation with your driving time. Maybe you can bunk with family or friends. Do you know somebody there? You get in a hotel, renting a house, staying in a motorhome, in a park, right? Like a resort park, so for mobile homes or something like that. Are you a beach goer? Do you like to do activities? They all play a role in the cost of your vacation. The beach is free. It's what you buy at the beach and what you do at the beach, what you eat and drink at the beach that costs you money. Beaches are free. You can have a great time. Well, except don't forget sunscreen because it costs a lot more if you burn. So I like to shop. Yes, I do. I like to buy clothes in Florida, right? So, yes, I know it's going to cost me money. So I make sure. And I like the food. I do. I like to eat. So I make sure I have the money for that. And I do like to take in the theme parks, some of them. So I make sure to budget all that before I go. And I'll try and get the discount on the tickets. And I'm kind of frugal, so I like to shop cheaply. So for the deals, buy one, get one half price. Well, I'm going to do it. Buy 3, get $5 off. I'm going to do it. I don't care if I have the same shirt in 3 different colors. I'm going to save money. I'm going to wear it, and I like it because I'm buying it. So look and see what you can get for deals. Buying in a theme park, you can get just as decent things at your big box stores or your outlets or your flea markets, which are awesome, or your souvenir shops, and they're a lot cheaper. And sometimes when you buy more than one, you get a deal. You're going to use a towel anyway, cheaper than one. So if one's 10 and 2 are 15, why not get 2? You're going to use it. But you know what? If you don't, I like to keep a little tickle trunk or a drawer full of gifts just in case something happens and, oh, my God, I need a gift. There's a gift. It's a pretty cheap gift for $7.50 for something somebody thinks you spent $20 on. Okay? So don't get scared. Numbers can scare you. I get it. But don't get scared. Right? Know your options. Shop around. Changing your accommodations can absolutely help. So your venues, air miles, points from credit cards, there's all sorts of things that we can do to make sure that we have a best vacation. And don't forget bringing in your snacks. Get a place with a kitchen. You can do a little bit of cooking. There's a lot of ways that we can save some money on our vacation. On that note, let's go into our next break of the show. When we come back, we're going to talk about some things that we can do without emptying our wallet. You are listening to Karen Cook on the Inspired Choices Network. We will be right back.
Too many of us get caught up in the unreal lives of reality television and complete to acquire stuff, which is setting us up to accumulate lots of debt. We're scared, confused, and don't know who to talk to. By tuning into Financially Speaking Radio Show with financial advisor and educator Kathy Cook Noble, you'll learn tips you can use to improve your financial health, which in turn can improve your overall health and make for a very happy life. Live a life you can afford and enjoy. It is possible. Listen for Financially Speaking Radio Show every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. This is Financially Speaking Radio Show with financial advisor and educator Kathy Cook Noble. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Kathy at bookkeepplus.ca. Now back to the program.
Welcome, Financially Speaking. I am your host, Karen Cook, and today we are discussing the cost of entertaining ourselves. So there are a lot of things that we can do that will keep us free from boredom, but won't empty our wallets. So here we go. Here's a list you can do this weekend, or maybe when the snow stops, or maybe with the snow. Go to the park. Parks are free. I love going to the park. My dogs love going to the park. I got 3 of them. They're kind of nuts. But my first one, he used to love it. We used to go to the park every day, and we would walk the park. My second one liked it too, so 2 of us. When the third one came along, I thought, this is getting a little tough. I couldn't have done 4, which I didn't have at the time, but it's fun. You can go to the park. We used to walk through the park. You have a path, looking at the trees, the beautiful flowers, the ball diamond. Sometimes you can see if there's any events going on, which a lot of the time are free because they have bandstands. Then there's days they have where they have different businesses, little businesses come out. You can partake in that. Granted, it'll cost you stuff. They have a little booth set up. You can grab an ice cream, walk around. Then they have memorial walls. You can read who's on it, and that it's really nice to see who's put their name up there and who's passed away. They don't have to be. All the benches might have someone's name on it. The trees, there's plaques. So there's lots to do to entertain yourself when you're actually walking around the park. And there's people there with dogs, with kids, with other people. Nice to chat, socialize. So you're getting out there. If you're a small mom with kids, I get it. Baby talk's great, but sometimes you need an adult. So there's more people there with kids. They'll be at the play area, the swings, the splash pads. So you're going to go there. I don't go there with my dogs because, yes, they're a magnet for everybody. But I do my path where the other dogs are going to be. And we kind of do our thing. And the kids do their thing. And, yes, they come up. And if there's things going on at your park, see what's going on. Go for it. Right? Seniors stay at the park. Kids stay at the park. Fantasies of lights at Christmas. Simcoe has the light display at Christmas. It's free to go. I still believe it's free. But if not, drive around it. But there's a lot of things you can do that are free in a park. Watch the sunset. Watch the moon. Watch the stars. You can stargaze. Right? If you have a telescope, or maybe you can buy one. Again, you can buy used or cheap, coupons, discount sales. So you can just lay on the back of your truck, the car, on a blanket on the ground, and look up at the sky. I like to sit outside at night, not in this weather as much, but on a nice, beautiful winter night I might. But in the spring, summer, fall, I have a swing outside. I like to sit on it. My dogs play outside in our fenced-in backyard, look at the stars, look at the clouds move. Some of the planes go by. The moon always seems to move, but I always figure I'm not moving. The world is moving slow. Or the sunset. It's gorgeous. So that's fun things you can do. Or just talk on the phone. When I'm talking on the phone, I'll sit outside, watch the wall, get fresh air, walk around my yard. So you can get exercise doing it too, by the way, and that's free. Pack a picnic lunch. Go to the park for a picnic. Go to a special spot. Go to the beach. Sit outside. Do whatever. That's fun. My friends and I used to do that stuff at the parks. And the parks were nice to walk through. If they had water and bridges, we'd go over it. We'd look at it. It was really cool. Play a board game. Board games are so much fun. I miss those times because we don't have them as often. My family and I, my sister, the family, love to do board games. Or cards. Oh, they're so much fun. And they're basically free. We all go down. We all bring a dish. We have a potluck snack night. We have great fun. So cards, boards, whatever you want to play. Go on a digital scavenger hunt. So you could think of some creative, hilarious pictures you could take with people in the community or friends, and you can set up a scavenger hunt. You could all do it digitally. So you don't have to physically go out and do it, although you could. You could do an Easter egg hunt or a candy cane hunt at your parks, and you could do them free. Go to the dollar stores. That's great for buying stuff. Buy it in bulk. Buy it the day after. It keeps, by the way. I always see this stuff coming out before the holiday. Same stuff as last year. It keeps, right? You just want to keep it in a cool place if you're buying stuff like candy and chocolate. Have a BYOE party. Bring your own everything. So guests bring food, drinks to share, maybe games, ideas, fun things, right? Everybody gets together. You don't have to play games. You can watch a movie. You can talk, chat, laugh, sing karaoke. Make your own games up, right? A lot of things you can do. Have a bonfire, campfire in your backyard. Everybody can bring goodies, the wieners, the buns, condiments, marshmallows. Make s'mores, play campfire games, sing songs, listen to music. Stargaze. It's a lot of fun to do that. And you'd be surprised how much fun you have in the time that goes by. I enjoy that in the summer as well. Get ice cream. I'm too close to Shaw's in St. Thomas, if you know Shaw's ice cream. I love it. But yes, I need to lock down instead of drive. That's just too easy. But hit up your local ice cream shop. Indulge in your favorite dish. It's not too expensive. Or buy it, bring it home, make it yourself. Even cheaper, right? Make a romantic dinner. You can go out for one, or you can make one. You can plan it, put the candlelight down, have your loved one over, make a nice dinner. It doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, I can do a whole roast they're on sale right now at M&M's, $14, $7 off, and that will easily feed 4 people, so I could easily feed 2 and have sandwiches for the next day. Some potatoes, carrots, a salad or soup, or make a dessert, inexpensive. Okay? Grill something. I love barbecue. Grill something new, try a new recipe, have fun. Go to the museum or zoo or the art center. Sometimes these places are free or have discount days, or you can get discounts. And you can bring your own lunch to avoid those unnecessary extras. Scan your old photos. My God, if you're like me, you have a whole trunk full of pictures before digital. For those of you listening that go, what are you talking about? We used to have cameras with film. I have tons of those. I should actually scan them so I could have them. Or I could organize them. I have pictures and I have books. I could organize it. So one day when I'll do it. It's fun. And then you'd be surprised. You can do scrapbooks, digital scraps, so much fun. Pretend you're a tourist in your community. Have you seen everything in your community? I could go out to my community about 6 months straight and see something new every day. And I've already made arrangements with somebody that we're trails. I never go out and do trails. But I'm seeing all the stuff from the conservation areas around here and all the good things they're doing, and I'm thinking, I think I'd like to take a look. So we're going to do it this summer. Organize a neighborhood cleanup. Grab a bunch of people and friends, go and do it. Then come back and have a hot dog party. Inexpensive. Pop, chips, and hot dogs. Go to the farmer's market. You can get locally grown produce. Food is fresh, and it's delicious and cheaper to buy it in a bulk. You could do stir fry, freeze stuff. You could do a whole bunch of stuff with that. Pick strawberries or other fruit. Don't go buy them. Go pick them. It's fun. It's a day. You can pick them, have fun. It is cheaper. Strawberries, blueberries, fruit, apples, whatever. It's a lot of fun. Bake a pie. Take all that stuff and bake some pies or goodies, breads, muffins. Oh, nothing like fresh fruit. I cannot wait for some. I miss my peaches at the stand up the road. Volunteer at a soup kitchen or a homeless shelter. There are places, and donate too. Craft dinner's on sale at Freshco. I'm going to get it tomorrow, $5.88 for 12. I'm donating them to the caring cupboard because that's cheap. That's 50 cents a box or less. I'm going to buy a few of them and donate them because everybody likes craft dinner, right? Or most of us do. But organizations are always looking for volunteers or products, and you can volunteer for free. It's very rewarding, and you make a big difference. And if you are in the area where you're kind of working, it looks good on a resume too. Don't do it for that, but put it on your resume. Okay? Looks good. You care. If you genuinely care, you should do this. Invite your neighbors over. It's busy. It's hard to get to know your neighbors. Invite them over for dinner, dessert, a campfire, right? Go fishing. Grab the poles, find a pond, cast those lines. And if you're lucky, you got some meals. You got your supper. Go to the beach. We talked about that. Not expensive. Go to the library. You can get a library card. It's a nominal fee. You can go in, read books, look at movies, look at articles. You can work. If you're a business owner, it's quiet. They have rental places for a nominal fee that you can have your group work there too. They have things for your kids. A lot of things with the library. Host a classic movie marathon. Invite your friends over, have a movie night. How much fun is that to be? Rearrange the furniture in your house. You're going, come on, I don't want to do that. I'm thinking of moving my bedroom around. I think my dogs would like it better, but under the bed will get a good clean. But sometimes when you change things around, you get a fresh look, and it's a new flair to your place. Write out your bucket list. Pick one to do. Done. Put together a jigsaw puzzle, and I always think of my brother-in-law. He loves puzzles. Last time I did a puzzle was at Christmas, and we had to get it done. My sister, my brother-in-law, and I had to get it done. Took us hours, but we did it, and it was a lot of fun. Now I found a site online, so I do puzzles every now and then. Volunteer to babysit or dog sit for someone who needs a break or wants to go out, because they'll return the fur, and it's free. Clean out your closet. You can donate or give it away or to a friend, but you can also sometimes get a donation. Watch for the stars. We talked about that. Go on a bike ride. If you have a bike, go on a ride. If you can rent a bike, get in a bike share. Go. It's fun. It's exercise, which is free, and it's great. Take a free online class. There's lots of stuff out there. I took a dog CPR class, so now I am trained, and I can save my dog's life should, God forbid, the need arise. And I do share that stuff on social media, so everybody can do it. Whether it's first aid, CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, I'm sharing it all. Write out this will take thought, but it'll be well worth it in the end. And if you want to, you can do a vision board with all of that off as you do it. Cheap. Set 3 new goals for yourself. Could be life plan. Things you want to accomplish within the next year. Find a community play to attend. Sometimes they're free or inexpensive. Or, I don't know, join it. It's free for you to join. Help someone in need. Lending a helping hand to a neighbor, a coworker, a friend, a homeless person, somebody that could use help. It's just so much better. Buy food for the homeless. Listen to their stories. You learn. Go bowling. Bowling's kind of cheap. It's a lot of fun. Visit garage sales. Look for the deals, but only buy what you need. Somebody's junk is another person's treasure. Bought a lot of stuff at garage sales. Or even your thrift stores. Your dishes. You can go to your secondhand store, Salvation Army, for missions. Buy stuff there. Baby clothes. Baby toys. Toys for anybody. Books. Furniture. Why not? Dishes. You can get beautiful things at those stores. Just because somebody doesn't want it, it is not junk, or it would have been in the garbage. And let's face it, kids grow every 5 minutes. I know we like the cute stuff. I know we like the good stuff. I'm not going to reuse diapers, but I'm going to buy stuff for the kids and the dogs and the toys that I can get cheaply, because it can cost you thousands of dollars every month to buy stuff for kids. Visit nursing homes. Talk to people. Listen. I worked as a healthcare professional. I learned my history from the seniors. I hated history in school. Visit or take a tour at your local fire or police station. Thank them for their service, right? See what they do on a daily basis. It's free. Plant a garden. Oh my gosh, a garden box, or get that you can get those potted plants for your tomatoes or cucumbers to sit on your porch or your balcony. You get a ton of fresh fruit and vegetables. Gives you something to do. It's great for stress, great for the blood pressure, and you get fresh, cheap food. Go through craft stores, start an art project, right? It doesn't take, and don't forget the dollar stores. They're really cheap stuff, and you can buy all your stuff there. Host a Minute to Win It party. We did this for my sister in Las Vegas. Made up all the games, brought in all the stuff. It's very cheap to put it together. People had a blast. And when they used the Oreo cookies, they got a box of them if they won. So they had a great time. Here's the last one. Write a letter to somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Write a letter. What? When's the last time you actually physically wrote a letter, not typed it? I can't even tell you the last. Oh, actually, that's not true. My sister came in to let my dogs out for a pee while I was working there last, and I wrote her a little letter with an X and an O to tell her I loved her. Well, she took care of my dogs. So my sister and I write little letters to ourselves, handwritten. But write a letter. There's something magical and nostalgic about the written word on paper. Send it to someone you haven't talked to. Tell them how much you care or love them or miss them. So hopefully these ideas are enough to get you started on a fun, cheap, and rewarding time. Let's go into our last break of the show. When we come back, I am going to give you some ways to save money for some things that we're going to do that are going to cost us. So you're listening to Financially Speaking with Karen Cook on the Inspired Choices Network. We'll be right back.
Too many of us get caught up in the unreal lives of reality television and complete to acquire stuff, which is setting us up to accumulate lots of debt. We're scared, confused, and don't know who to talk to. By tuning into Financially Speaking radio show with financial advisor and educator Kathy Cook Noble, you'll learn tips you can use to improve your financial health, which in turn can improve your overall health and make for a very happy life. Live a life you can afford and enjoy. It is possible. Listen for Financially Speaking radio show every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. This is Financially Speaking radio show with financial advisor and educator Kathy Cook Noble. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Kathy at bookkeepplus.ca. Now back to the program.
Welcome back to Financially Speaking. I am your guest host, Karen Cook, today, and we are discussing the cost of entertaining ourselves. Sometimes we're going to spend money. So here's some ways to save money. Sign up for every free customer rewards program that you can. You can get those rewards and discounts by using credit cards, having different programs, and you can redeem them for cash or their benefits. Make your own gifts instead of buying stuff from the store. You can make canned, fresh baked goods. I do that at Christmas. People love it. Soaps, all sorts of other things. 3-day rule. So instead of going out and going, oh my God, I have to have this. So gratification. Wait 30 days. If you decide, yep, I need it, I want it, I got to have it, go buy it. Most of the time you'll find that you don't, and you saved yourself a lot of money. Spur of the moment gifts. I used to do that, but now I'm like, nope, let's make sure we need it. And if I really want it, it might go on sale. Inviting your friends over instead of going out, we talked about that. Not spending a lot of money on your kids. I'm going to tell you something. Oh, my niece, we bought her everything. First one. I used to buy everything. God love her. But I'm telling you something, she had more fun with the friggin' box than she did the toys. So decorate a box with your stuff from the dollar store. Kids will love it. Buy video games that have a lot of replay value. And don't get the new ones till you master the old ones. See if you can trade them in. I like to buy used. Swap books, music, DVDs on the internet, the library, with your friends. Avoid stress spending. If you get upset and spend money, don't do it. Exercise, meditate, have a nap, read a book, watch a movie, listen to music, do your yard work. I play piano and sing when I get stressed. I play piano for hours. My dogs love it because I'll sing. My dogs love it. I feel better. And then I don't have to go spend money. Cost me nothing. Share your dreams with people you love. It's an odd way you think of saving money, but think about it. If you spend time with other people you love the most and you come to some consensus about your dreams, it becomes easy for you to plan it all out, to set big goals together, encourage each other to be financially fit. And soon you'll find you're doing it naturally. Your dreams are coming closer than ever. Any club memberships that you don't use, cancel them. That's a lot of wasted money. So if you have a membership to the gym but you don't use it, cancel it. I have a membership to the YMCA. I love it. I am there 4 to 5 days a week. I love it. I make time and I book my business around it. Buy used when you can. Vehicle, dishes, clothes, shoes, baby items. The Goodwill, pre-owned stores, thrift stores talked about it. Remove your credit card numbers from your phone and your online accounts. If it's not as easily accessible, you will not purchase. Join volunteer programs. Avoid them all. Oh my gosh, that's a big, big money pit, right? So avoid them all for just walking around. Go to the park. Master the 10-second rule. When you pick up an item to your cart or take it to the checkout, stop for 10 seconds and ask yourself why you're buying it and whether you actually need it. If you don't have a good answer, put it back. Even if you like it and it's pretty, do you have a need? If you have 20 candles in your house but you like this one, do you need it? Do you really? Do you? Wait for it to go on sale. If you have a home and you feel safe renting a space out, and of course you'll want to look into that, I have a basement. I could easily separate it off and have somebody move in. I'm not doing that because I like to sit in my basement. It's cool in the summer. But if you have an extra bedroom, an in-law suite that's not being used, you can rent it out. If you live in a popular tourist area, oh my gosh, you can make so much extra money. Create visual reminders of your debt. Put it in terms that you understand. Make a big progress bar or a board and make sure that you are able to pay it down a little bit at every time. It's a reminder that you're paying off your debt. Cancel magazine subscriptions you don't read anymore. Check out your free events in town. Dig into that community calendar. Take public transportation. If you have an easy haircut, like a boy or short hair, shaved head, do it yourself. Learn about the benefits your company offers. Maybe there's things that you could do at the company, like company picnics, joining the company softball team. That might be fun. There could be retirement opportunities, free personal improvement opportunities, free tickets to sporting events from business associates, your work, your friends. Take advantage of that. Read, read, read. Reading is cheap and it keeps your brain sharp. Exercise. Go for walks. Go for walks with friends, kids, neighbors, dogs. It's free. Okay. Always ask for fees to be waived. So if you have extra fees, I had an issue with a bank account when I was switching and something bounced. And I got twice. I thought, oh God, I called them. They took the fees away after I explained it. Okay. So always ask. Don't forget pawn strategies we've talked about in previous shows. And don't beat yourself up when you make a mistake. Everybody does. You make 10 good choices, you make a bad one, please don't worry about it. It happens. Remember it, learn from it, because everything is valuable. And always keep looking ahead. Don't let your mistakes drag you back in the past. What's in the past is there. Have a great week, save some money, and have fun.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Financially Speaking Radio Show. Kathy Cook Noble will return next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, have the best week of your life by making the choices that bring you all that you desire.